Gaurang, very good morning to you. How's it going to work?
Hi, good morning to you and good morning to your viewers. The COVID Alert is a mobile app that works using age-old Bluetooth technology. It only tracks proximity, not your actual location, and therefore doesn't need your GPS. Many people are afraid that government will now track us. It's not true. It's a privacy-preserving and a very simple-to-use app. All that is required is you download the app, follow a two-step process to enable exposure notification on your phone, and this will allow you to receive alerts should you be a close contact to another app user who's confirmed positive. So essentially, the way this app works is you would have this app on your phone, another person may have the app on their phone. The apps would not know that the phone belongs to you, etc. You would be walking around in public spaces. As soon as the app picks up another app user within 2 meters of its proximity, and this is where Bluetooth comes into play, for longer than 15 minutes, so within 2 meters, longer than 15 minutes, the apps would exchange randomized codes and store them on your phone until such a time when either of these persons confirm positive, at which point in time they would need to capture a sixth alphanumeric character PIN code that the department would have sent them to report positive, and everybody else who's come into contact with this positive would then receive anonymized notification. And I think emphasis on anonymized because the persons receiving the notifications will not know who sent the notification, will also not know the where the exposure took place. The only thing that will be made known to the person receiving an alert will be the date of exposure, and therefore will preserve the identity of both the contact as well.
Okay, so the aim of this then, say you get a message that somebody in your vicinity is positive, that you leave, you go for testing, or you just are super sensitive to how you're feeling?
Yeah, so essentially what you've got to do is you've got to download this app. And this app will constantly, wherever you are in your vicinity, pull for any other app user. Okay, it will not alert you if there's another person close to you who has COVID. But what it would do is it would pick up all the other app users. It will log a record on your phone of persons you've come into close contact with. And should you or the other person who you've exchanged codes with confirm positive, then each of you can benefit reciprocally. So the big problem with COVID-19 is many people spread the virus without knowing it. You have the app on your phone today, 6 days later, you start developing symptoms, or a few days later, you start developing symptoms, you go for a test, and then 1 or 2 days later, you know your result. But by then, you've spread the virus to many, many people, and as the lockdown eases, you're bound to be in many more public spaces, and you don't necessarily know all the people you've come into close contact with. This is where the app is very, very useful.
All right. What sort of information do you put in? What's required from you? And how do you find this app? How do you download it?
Okay. So the app is very simple to download. So all you do is you go to the Android Play Store or you go to Apple's App Store. You search for COVID Alert South Africa. You download the app. The app requires no user registration, and this is really to ensure that the app is privacy preserving. The app would not know the name or the phone number of the app or the phone owner. Once the app is on your phone, you enable exposures. You'd go through a two-step process to enable exposures, and you would enable Bluetooth. Once these are enabled, you'll land with a green screen. This green stays green until you receive an alert of an exposure. Once you receive an alert of an exposure, the screen will turn yellow, but it requires no effort on the part of the user. All it requires is a download, and the app will do the rest. Maybe worth mentioning that the download size of the app itself is under 3 megabytes. We've kept it small so that it's not financially heavy on South Africans. But that said, once the app is downloaded on your phone, the mobile network operators have been very kind to zero rate the ongoing use of the app. In other words, once you download the app, there are no data costs to run the app.
Clever. Gaurang Tanna, thank you.